Oh, he just went low. He's in his head. He's in his head. He's open. His head wide open. Cracked open in the face.
And welcome back everybody, it's MarioMan 2100 and we're back again with the To The Arcade series of videos, and we're going into Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, or Marvel vs. Capcom 4 technically speaking, but yeah, we'll call it Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, MVCI. And we're going into the arcade mode, which I don't think I've actually played in this game. I think I've played the story mode, played the DLC, I've played a lot of other stuff, but I haven't actually played the arcade mode yet. So yeah, as you can see, this is all the DLC. This is the whole roster of the game, which kind of sucks that it didn't keep up with extra DLC, because I would have liked to see a lot more DLC. Who do I actually want to play? That's the question.
Winter Soldier, ready for my assignment.
Going Winter Soldier.
Chun-Li.
I'll show you my strength.
Go with Morgan.
Morgan.
Come, I'll show you such pleasures.
Infinity Stone. Ooh, that's a good question.
Who prevail?
But yeah, I do like this game. I know a lot of people don't like this game. I particularly do. I don't think it's better than Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, because I played the ever-living hell out of that.
Nothing but a ghost. I'll pay back what I owe you.
Who will come out on top? Ready. Fight. Not yet. Reality show. No counter. That's us. Reality show. Need some bullets? Take mine. Hey, ain't over yet.
The only thing I don't like about this game is the easy combos. They should realistically do it like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 handled it with normal and simple mode, because that way you can at least choose the normal controls. You don't have to, because it wasn't really confusing. It's like if you're playing, you know, simple control, like if it's someone new that's playing the game, you say, oh yeah, just choose simple controls because that's easier to pick up than normal controls, because normal controls is for people that have actually played fighting games in some sort of way, shape or form, or even Marvel vs. Capcom games. Ow. Supernova hurt. But yeah, like it's not hard to do. Like, I get accessibility to everybody, but and that's the second time I've jumped into Supernova. Ah, the energy javelin messing me up there. Jeez, he was lucky to put the block up. Keep the chain. Wait, was that a counter super? Oh god, Winter Soldier. Bucky Barnes, no! Oh, nice. Good combo. I was gonna say, one's gonna get hit, the other one might. Yeah, it's been a little while, like I did play this the other day, and it's got 5 wins in a row, but I was very lucky to do that. And kind of finished it uneventfully, but playing Winter Soldier's Flame, which I think is good. I think the music is pretty good. I wouldn't say every track is great. Like, they changed Nova's theme, which I don't think they need to. They only just need to remix Nova's theme from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and that would have been fine enough. Because that song in that game is spectacular. It's like one of the best.
Only one team will be left standing.
Some of the stages aren't really that great. Yeah, we'll just stick with what we have. So you can change stones, which is good. It gives you a timer to do so. But not very long.
I can sense a kindred spirit in you.
Gamora?
After saving the galaxy, this will be a cakewalk.
So we're playing against the Guardians.
Ready. Fight. Heads up. Target. What is that?
What's this?
I was like, I hope I don't hit the trap. Oh, nice grab.
What's this?
And that's the only reason. That's the other reason why I don't hate easy combo. When I hate easy combos, is the easy hyper combos. They suck. Because it's like level 2, level 3. You've got to do different configurations, but most of the time when you're like right in it, you're just gonna hit a level 1 instead anyway. Holding back and it's not doing a goddamn thing. This is gonna hurt. In the back, yes it is. Jesus, I'm gonna try and save Bucky here. It's only like a counter hit and then into super.
Let's play again sometime.
I think it's another thing, like some of the voice acting is a bit off. Like Morrigan's voice, you know, has a bit more of that accent, which is good because I think that's, you know, that's going back to where she came from the Darkstalker series, but maybe because I'm so used to her in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the voice just doesn't sound right, just that little bit. I think it's only just like preference, not necessarily anything else, but it just sounds off.
Done eliminating targets.
Thou wishes to test thy strength against mine, by all means.
Who will come out on top? Ready. Fight.
Easy target.
Down the sight. Need some bullets. Fire. Hey, it ain't over yet. Here's the finale.
Keep
the change. Is it heavy? Heavy is like, yeah, heavy is right trigger. Keep forgetting that's the thing in this game. Because I'm using so much light and medium attacks, like light and mids, that I keep forgetting.
You're gonna love this. Reality Stone.
Ow, ow, ow. That I keep forgetting that that heavy is on right trigger. Oh, they could get me in the box here. See, I mean, like, barrels are good for Hagar, but I think the pipe works much better. Just because you can... I mean, yeah, it was kind of a little bit overpowered a little bit. I wouldn't say it absolutely was. Like look at the range on the pipe. Like, that's insane. It's surprising all that comboed in to one another. Like, I think that's the best string of stuff I've actually had in this game.
Let's play again sometime.
Well, she is a succubus after all. So she would be, it would be topical to say something like that.
Who will prevail?
Oh, Captain Marvel. And yes, I did spend a little bit of change on the Captain Marvel, like Miss Marvel costume. But it looks good. It looks good in the game. Like, the mask is like the old mask, but it reminds me a little bit of Black Cat's mask as well.
Hope you're in for a good fight. We've got a big one ahead of us.
Would you like to have a match with me?
Who will come out on top? Ready. Fight.
I don't know whether he was talking to Captain Marvel then, or was he talking to Ryu? Because usually the interactions are between the characters that are first in line when it comes to the teams. Oh. Vibranium arms to the face, like, ow. In the back.
Here's the finale. You're gonna love this. Reality Stone.
Oh, nice Tatsumaki. Wasn't blocking that. Lucky Morrigan took that Hadoken, because that would have been Bucky's, and he would have almost been dead. And I missed every missile. Like, if I was like probably about a couple inches further down the screen and activated it, I reckon I probably would have hit her with about half the missiles. Yes. Well, technically no, because he blocked them all, but didn't get hit by them anyway. Yeah, I don't know why they use Soul Charge there. I mean, I guess, you know, in case one of them goes down. Okay, so I'm guessing, I think Binary is a counter super? I didn't even notice Morrigan was down that far. So it's a little bit like Zero's copy ability, is that it runs on a set timer.
I've learned to live with my guilt. That's what pushes me to be better.
Yeah, because Bucky, like Black Widow, has a lot of red on his ledger. That's pretty true too. Especially after Infinity War. Oh boy, it's been topical.
Fight. Try.
Oh, Hawkeye, aka like the best theme in the goddamn game. I'm serious. It's actually like Hawkeye's theme. I think is pretty damn good in this game. Like I'm getting back to the music. Some of it is pretty good. I wouldn't say everything is
I've taken
spectacular.
down far worse than you.
No matter what realm I occupy, I will rule.
I mean, Dormammu's voice is kind of good in this game. I prefer Marvel 3's voice because it kind of has a little bit more sinister sound. It sounds more real in this game, but he still has this, you know, comic book attire, which is kind of weird. Oh yeah, well, Hawkeye, in terms of combos, can be really damn good in this game. Like, I think it was Jeddah, Ultron, Hawkeye, and Rocket Raccoon, I think, are like some of the best characters in the game. I think Morrigan still is. Dormammu is a pretty damn decent character in this game still. Venom, I'd seen when after he come out as DLC, showed up a little bit more than a lot of the other characters, but Monster Hunter is a pretty decent a character as well. Dante is still near the top as well. Because I do like watching this game in like tournament type status. I think it's just as good as Marvel 3. Oh, thank you for the drag in with the Space Stone. Now, thank you for the drag in. Switch up. I mean, Morrigan's theme, like, this is a remix. I mean, most of them have been remixes since, like, the beginning of the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise, but this one still sounds pretty damn good. That's a double swing that still missed. Ooh, jeez, that's a single hit, but that hurts a lot. And this is exactly why Hawkeye is pretty damn bad. Look at the arrow placement. There I go.
Always on the mark.
See that when you're gonna take the L, because that was really damn good. But yeah, like it gets down to that situation. If you play Hawkeye and you play like that, you're gonna win more often than not. Like, that's something that a lot of competitive people can do really well, is play with Hawkeye and place their arrows really damn well. It's pretty damn good. I really am surprised when it comes to this game sometimes. Like, I wasn't really feeling it the other day playing this game. I was like, oh, I might have to trade this game in because this game is not capturing me as well as it used to. But playing that arcade mode, even though I got absolutely totaled, some of that was really fun. Actually, I should actually check what that trophy was. What was that trophy for? 30 hit combo. Shit. Yeah, that's all the story combo, story stuff, playing matches offline. And a lot of them are online. See, I don't know why I don't have that one. Because I'm pretty sure I fought in all the stages in the game. So I don't know. But a lot of those titles and stuff are online, which yeah, not a lot of people are playing online anymore when it comes to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But yeah, I am, you know, I wasn't really feeling it, and actually kind of have a little bit of a lust for this game now, which I didn't feel the other day playing it, which was a bit weird. But yeah, I still think that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, like in general, is a really good game. It controls really well, the fighting style, and you know the combo system is still pretty damn good. The simple controls really kind of suck with the game, I will say. But when it comes down to like the cast of the characters, kind of a little bit disappointing as well. The music is pretty damn good some of the time. But when it comes down to this game in particular, it kind of is in two mindsets. So there's a lot of good stuff in the game, but there's a lot of bad stuff in the game as well. So it's kind of like that it kind of cancels each other out. So it's like a kind of experience, this game. And I just hope when it comes to like Marvel vs. Capcom in the future that we do get more games in the franchise, because if it was to end after this game, that would really suck. Especially with like how good the MCU was doing, with characters like X-Men and Fantastic Four finally coming back under that Disney banner, under the MCU. Having Spider-Man loaned from Sony as well. It's kind of weird, you know, we're kind of in a weird situation where anything could happen now. And like, Marvel vs. Capcom, you know, doesn't seem like it's dead. It doesn't seem like it's dead at the moment, because I mean, well, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite happened. Like, we thought that after whoever had the Marvel license, I think it was one being Capcom, when they lost it and all those games disappeared from the PSN store and online stores and all that type of stuff, and you couldn't get DLC for some games, we didn't know where Marvel vs. Capcom was going to ever happen again. And surely enough, we get the announcement of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite back in 2016, I believe, PSX. And it was the first thing that was shown off, and everybody was excited because it was like, holy shit, it's Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, the series is back. It's been, at that point, 6 years, or like 5 years since the last game. The Marvel license was lost like 2 years prior to the announcement of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. We didn't know what was happening with the series, and then surely enough, they showed it off, and it was a new game in the franchise. So I don't think that the Marvel license is particularly dead at the moment, or like Marvel vs. Capcom in general. This game was a little bit disappointing in terms of its sales, in terms of a few things, but there isn't too many things that they have to do to tweak it to make it a better game. You know, realistically, it was the beginning art style, which kind of sucked. They did fix a lot of things, but the damage was done at the start. But ultimately, taking a lot of things from Marvel 3, like the normal and simple button combinations, probably one of the best things in that game. Take that, put it in a game like this, make the roster a little bit better with more out of left field characters. Even if you bring back some of the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 characters, or even, you know, some of the prior characters in the Marvel vs. Capcom 2, or the original Marvel vs. Capcom back in 3D form. I mean, they brought Thanos back as well from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which I really enjoyed, because Thanos is a pretty damn good character in this game. I wouldn't say he's top tier, because he's not, but he's a pretty fun character to play. And you know, having characters like Ultron, and characters like Winter Soldier, and Venom returning, having Black Panther finally in the game. Like, there's a lot of good characters here. It's just, yeah, it was an overload of MCU characters in the game, which pissed a lot of people off. But having like characters like Jeddah and Sigma, like X coming into the series, even though Zero's been there forever, but having him playable was fantastic. You know, having characters like Ultron, having characters like Captain Marvel come in, you know, there's good characters here, It's just a lot of it, yes, it's MCU, and, you know, no X-Men characters whatsoever in this game. I think if there was X-Men characters as well, like Wolverine, Magneto, maybe Sentinel, and a few other characters, I think this roster would have actually been a lot better, and a lot of more people would have actually bought the game because of that. Like, roster and its look was kind of the first two problems with the game entirely. Like, it's not that it's not fun to play, because it is. It's like, it's one of the best fighting engines that I think Capcom has actually built. Although, yes, the stone thing is a problem in some instances. I wouldn't say it's the overarching problem, because yes, Street Fighter Cross Tekken did have that problem as well. But I think that the stones were a little bit better implemented in this game in particular, because one, there's only 6 of them, to be fair, and two, I think when it comes to competitive battle, when it comes to like tournament play, I've seen a lot of the stones actually being used. I've seen like probably at least 4. I've seen the let's just go with random team. I've seen a lot of the Soul Stone being used. I've seen Power Stone used a couple of times. Space Stone is one that is used a lot. And I think Reality Stone, I think, has been used as well. I don't see much of the Mind Stone or the Time Stone, but I have seen them been used before in competitive play. So at least like half the stones are being used in the game, which is good. Because I think when it comes to like a gem system or a stone system, you don't want a situation where one really overpowers the other. Although a lot of them use Space Stone, because of the box situation when you fully fill up the gauge, and Soul Stone because you can resurrect the player if they've been KO'd. Because realistically, you know, it adds to strategy, and I think that's something that I do like about this game. The other thing is, don't announce DLC before the game comes out, and this is something that I will say for Mortal Kombat 11, because it's already done that. With Shang Tsung being DLC, being announced before the game's even come out. Can companies stop doing that? Like, when the game comes out, like on day 1, and maybe like a week or so after the game comes out, then announce DLC, because at least then you're still in the player base, you're still in people's minds. Don't announce it before the game comes out, because that's when people get pissed off, and especially when it came to this game with DLC. You've got Sigma was the first character that was announced, and you got Black Panther was the one after that. Those two characters had not been playable in the series before, so realistically you're saying, oh, we know these characters are new, they're DLC, we're not putting them in the game, even though they're technically in the game in general because of the story mode, we're not putting them playable until like DLC is a thing after the game comes out. Which I think was a bad call. I think that was a bad call. I think if you had some of the, if you had a cross between some of the old characters, like the DLC Pack 2, I think was better way of doing this, because you had a situation where you had a returning character in Venom come back, and you know we hadn't seen him in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Then you had new characters in Black Widow and Winter Soldier. That was fine. You know, that was particularly fine. But yeah, you know, it kind of stings a little bit. It's kind of weird in that situation. But yeah, you know, I like this game. It's not particularly like one of my favorite fighting games, but it's up there. But yeah, so that was a long, elongated rant. Sorry about that, but when I get into a topic, I do like to talk about it sometimes, and sometimes I just don't know when to shut up. So thank you guys so much for watching this To The Arcade video in the To The Arcade series for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite on the Sony PlayStation 4. This has been Mario Man 10100. You guys have a great day or night, and of course, take care.